Hey guys, what's up? So, the next poem I'll be reading is 1859, and this is titled Trigger. This poem is about two friends that had a fight. Started off verbal and escalated into something physical. And even though one apologized to the other for what happened, that one event that happened a few months ago, it couldn't be put to rest. So, no matter what happened, where they were, or how much fun they were having at that moment, from that moment forward, it was constantly brought up, thrown in his face randomly. This would only trigger him, and so he finally decided to take a different approach, not to lash out in anger or start another altercation. This time, he decided to give him the silent treatment by walking away and giving him solitude. Trigger. You made sure that I felt the emotion guilt. I had every single chance to speak my piece, and it's now, when the sun has gone down and the clouds have part, where I feel every single little detail of the aftermath. I remember that day. My apology was genuine. It was raw and heartfelt, tears and pain, and I kept hearing your echo. Don't let it happen again. I'm laying in bed in a dark room, watching the fan move, going through every file in the cabinet of my mind, feeling it in my heart. There's a rush, so overwhelmed by the way it was solved. No, it wasn't resolved, not the way I would have liked it to. The pace is picking up faster and faster. Anger, frustration, dissatisfaction, and disappointment. And I'm afraid the anxiety is only going to build a higher wall of panic. I'm under attack by the other side of the reflection. I was afraid of this, so worried about this happening again and again, the record player skipping from deja vu, that the microscope would reveal all the particles that I thought died. All these thoughts are coming into focus, remembering what you said, bringing back what I did, that I was a monster, that I was the villain. It was always so easy to throw around the word crazy because I threw the first punch. You made sure that I felt the emotion, guilt. Sometimes it's hard to sleep. It's annoying that I didn't say something back because now all this saved up energy, all these words that I really wanted to say are resurfacing. Not only that, but so are all the emotions, failing it in my heart. There's a rush, so overwhelmed by the way it was solved. There was no excuse for what I did, but within those moments, you knew where it was going. And as far as we've known each other, you think you would have handled it differently. But I was the one in the hot chair. I deserved it. I knowed up to it. But you know what? I did deserve that. When it was over, you kept bringing up the same memory over and over and over again, remembering what you said, telling them what I did, that I was the monster, that I was the villain. It was always so easy to throw around the word crazy, that I threw the first punch, that this was a life sentence. I should have got the time. Instead, you decided to trigger that awful memory. You made sure that I felt the emotion guilt. Even though I learned to compose myself, it was still a trigger every time. Yes, I made a mistake. And out of all the good things I did for our friendship, that was the one that you remembered. That was the one that you kept bringing up. So I walked away because I refused for anyone to see only that side of me.